Greetings all. I'm going to show you all how to put together your final project, which will be a book based on your photographs. We're going to make a stiff leaf drum bind book. It's just a no-sew book, and it's really convenient and easy. And even I can do it. So with that said, what you'll need is your photographs. And I think we want 20 photographs minimum for your book. You can make it as big as you want, but I've printed out some 4x6 photographs and I've got them all arranged. You want to do them back to back, so you want to arrange them in an order that is suitable to you, tells your narrative, non-narrative, or whatever. I only expect the best out of y'all, so we'll need our pictures. Put those right there. You'll need a piece of copy paper where you'll cut some strips out that are about a little shy of 4 inches by 1 inch. And what you want to do is fold those in half, and you want to fold those as straight as you can. Those are going to be our hinges. And you'll need a glue stick. So whichever works best for you. I just happen to have an Elmer's. So what you want to do is take your photographs and start with the first one. And you want to glue the lead edge down pretty good. Make sure you get them in there straight. And just line them up and glue straight and true. I know all your hand skills are superb. You can take a piece of your typing or copy paper to use to kind of smush it down. Or if you're kind of one of those book nerds, you can always use a bone folder. So what you want to do is glue it together like that. So set that aside. Get your next set and glue all that together. And just get all that set up initially. Again, make sure you get things straight on there. Rub down. So I'm not going to bore y'all with me gluing all these together. So when I come back, we'll have all our pages glued like this. Now that that's done, we have all of them put together like this. I'd say glue about 2 fingers back from your edge, so that make sure you get good adhesion. And again, I'm just using the 4x6 photograph size, and again, you can kind of do any size you want. So what we want to do now is add our hinges, and in the meanwhile, I made a bunch of these little folded pieces. So what we want to do is take our first one like that. Want to go to the open side and just take your time on this and try not to be too messy. But you want to put glue on the interior of the folded side of your strip of paper. And you want to set it in there like that. Kind of get it centered. That's why I say cut it back a little bit. You can kind of see maybe it's a little bit away from the edge. So mash that down like that, and then get your second photograph and tip it in like that. Again, make sure you get it tidy, and then that way we now have a hinge for our photographs. So get that glued in there, and do it to all the rest. So we'll come back later after that's done. Well, looky there. I done made me a book. Isn't that exciting? And it's hinged, and it turns pretty freely like that. So now you have this block of pictures that are all hinged. You can see, like, it's a variation on the accordion book. So again, as many pictures you want, minimum of 20. You can do 5x7s, 4x6s, whatever. What I'm going to do now is show you how to make a cover. And what I have here is like a piece of just stock, card stock. And you can make whatever you want, but you want it fairly substantial. One of the simplest ways to avoid measuring, because I know who has time to measure these days, let alone learn how to read a ruler. So what you can do is get your piece of paper or cardstock, give yourself a little room on the edge over here. I have it kind of hanging over the edge a bit. That. And what I'm going to do is hold it down securely and fold my cardstock over. You want to make sure you're at least same length on there. Let me get my old bone folder. And you can use a butter knife, whatever. That was attractive. So just kind of push it up against your spine. Just kind of mash on it like that. And then when you have your crease in there, right here, you can go ahead and fold it down and make sure you get a secure fold on that. Once you get it started, it'll stay straight on there. I'm going to go ahead and cut this down so it's not as out of control. So here's our fold again. So what am I going to do? Oh yeah. Put it back in there against that fold. And then fold it over again. Make sure it's jammed up against that spine pretty good. And then make sure it's straight. And then come back with your bone folder. Use your thumb or whatever. And create that second crease there. And down there it's a little bit softer. And then you can kind of fold it over. You have to be smarter than the paper. That. Go ahead and mash it down. And run your crease on up. Again, you use your thumb or your big toe or whatever. And that's how you get your spine on it. So that should fit in there pretty snug. And there. I always like a little bit of overlap. And again, I like to cut it a little bit bigger than what I want, and I can trim it down later with a knife. So fits in there pretty good. Leave a little bit of an edge. And you can put a fly leaf in here, which I think I will show you how to do, so let me prepare that. Okay, kids, home stretch. Sorry that break took a little longer than I intended, but I did cut the cover down, and I got some paper for the fly leaf. I had my supper. I had some corn nuts and a handful of gravel and some dirt and some old weeds from the yard for roughage. So, what I've done here is I've just got some paper that I had and to make the fly leaf and the attachment for the cover. So what I've done here is I've measured the width and the length of the book. I guess that would help a little better. And I doubled it over, I folded it, and I put a little tab on it right here. So what we're going to do is attach this here and then put this over here as the cover piece. So what you want to do is glue. Gotta be smarter than the glue. Glue that tab right there. And set it up under here. That. Fold that over. Make sure it's nice and snug. Okay. And then you do that for the back side too. And for your cover, you can make it decorative. You can put some writing on it or whatever. I just haven't had the chance to do that. And the same for your maybe fly leaf and your end paper here. I think I'm not going to do it like this. Yeah, I will. Why not? So we have this, which will go like that. All right. With that said and done, what I'll do is put some glue on the inside of this. You can kind of see how I've done that. And kind of get it situated in the spine there. And then line it up and close it and mash on it. And you can trim this after the fact. I just went ahead and did it prior. So now we have that in there. I could have done like one other sheet for the for a cover page for this, but I didn't. And how can I expect y'all to go above and beyond if I don't? So there. So flip your book around. Do the same for the back here. Looks a little off. Pull that down a little bit more. Now, just put it in there. So just get plenty of glue on it. And again, close the book. Finish on it. And look, we have this lovely book. The little elf points the way to the dummy at the tower. Ooh, spooky trees, but delicious desserts. Oh my gosh, he's lost his head. What would Jesus think? I don't know. These people lost their head. I guess they don't need a hat. So as you can see, you can do some sort of fun narrative with that. Good luck, and just remember, minimum 20 pages. If you don't come to class to do this, here's the video. It's due the day of the final, and I'll be letting you know more about that later. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.